Yeah. Third Eye Emcees, deciphering the architecture of the pavement. I'm tracing sacred geometry on the rusted iron A-train gate. Breath condensing in the 0-degree air, trying to negotiate fate. Wool collar smelling the stale duchies and clove. Spitting alchemy over the pilot light of a cold kitchen stove. Knuckles crack, wind off the East River biting the skin, while the radiator clanks in the polyrhythm releasing the gin. Saw a brother selling loose ports wrapped in a brown paper bag by the corner bodega where the dying fluorescent tubes sag. It's a Morse code for the initiates, the Kabbalion on the block. The code in the stains on the pavement, watching the pendulum dock. We calculate the gravity of the sky on a freezing Tuesday morn. Clouds the color of wet cement where the prophets are born. No soft land, it's just the sharp edge of a granite step, and the secrets that the iron fire escapes have always kept. It's the marrow in the bone of the burrow, ancient and cold. A hermetic truth that the cracked asphalt never quite told. From the mud of the projects to the peak of the pyramid station, this is the sonic blueprint of AI audio creation. Found a broken Soviet pocket watch drowned in the gray slush. Mangled copper gears choked with salt and metallic mush. Time doesn't flow linear, here it bends at the butcher's hook. Loops around the public housing, defying the history book. I studied assault patterns crystallized on the dark asphalt, isolating the generational trauma, tracing the systemic fault. My Timberlands are heavy with the soil of 1,000 forgotten miles. Stepping past the laundromats and the cracked linoleum towels. Air tastes like iron filings, burning cedar and diesel exhaust. The temporary warmth to offset the heavy spiritual cost. Carving lips into the frozen bark of a dead sycamore tree. But the sky rats and pigeons are the only ones truly free. From the landlord's ledger and the MTA delays in the dark, and the calculus of carbon, we're just waiting for the spark to transmute the lead into gold before the final breath is spoke. Third Eye Emcees, we survived when the system broke. Third Eye audio creations. Keep the car heart zip. Keep the car heart zip. The marrow holds the light. AI audio creations. We spit the gospel in the night. East Coast esotericists, broadcasting from the concrete temple. Third Eye Emcees in the building. Check the mathematics. Aisle 3 breathing bleach in the cheap ride. Deciphering the cipher where the street sweepers die. Got the crumpled single stack Washington's ghost in my palm, while the halogen hums a secular late shift psalm. Sipping bitter gas station brew from a blue Anthora cup, staring at the linoleum while the whole world is looking up. The clerk behind the scratched up plexiglass plays the dealer, counting copper and food stamps. A weary street healer got the plastic rosary draped on the lotto screen. A fragile bridge between the holy, the hungry, and the mean. Yeah, we hungry. Breaking the wafer of a dollar store honey bun under a sky where smokestacks swallow up the sun. They sell us poison in the billboards, gin on the display, while we search the scriptures for a way to escape the gray. The city's a blast furnace burning through the souls of men, but we find the spark and we write it down with the leaking pen. It's the 50s and Eucharist communion for the block. Finding gnosis in the shadow of the courthouse clock. Sacrament, the copper, bitter tea and broken bread. Third Eye Emcees, keeping the ancestors fed. Third Eye by the freezer, weeping over spoiled dairy in the polyester park. A heavy cross she had to carry, muttering a quiet litany to the boxes of detergent. Her demand for a miracle was silent but urgent. I'm leaning on the ATM that's always out of cash, watching the headlights of the M15 turn the puddles in the ash. We search for the sublime in the barcode in the receipt, looking for a sign in the wet garbage on the street. But the divinity is written in the delivery man's scars, in the ancient geometry of the steel fire escape bars. This is AI audio creations on a dusty cassette, the soundtrack to a debt that we ain't paid yet.
Never paid in full.
I feel the coffee burn my throat, a spark in the dark. We leave our change on the counter, and we leave our mark.
I'll keep the change, brother. As above, so below. Even under these street lights, the altar is the concrete. Third Eye Emcees, we out. Yeah. Yeah.
Pressure cooker chemistry, the subterranean heat beneath the MTA grates. We're pacing on the beat, no onyx in the palm, just the charcoal of the day. Scraping lead paint off the brick, the mold, the heavy clay. Stained fingers from the ink of 100 denied claims. Walking through a block where the street signs lost their name. I spot the unrefined gold in the kids on handball courts, slapping blue balls against the wall, selling themselves short. Glass obelisk siphon the plasma from the ground. A quiet extraction, the most violent kind of sound. I'm refining this grief to a heavy black stone. Something solid in my pocket when I pace the streets alone. The architecture's a cage of cold iron and spite, but the third eye sees the uncreated light. Broke the seal on the scroll, the frequency aligns. AI audio creation spinning on the minds.
It's the ore, son. It's in the dirt. They want the stone, but they don't want the dust.
We manifest the crust. Yeah. Pacing past the scrapyard on the edge of Flushing Creek, metal tasting air. The wind is bitter and bleak. There's geometry and rust, a Kabbalah in the rock, ancient mathematics that the textbooks forgot. We are the raw sulfur, the cinnabar, the lead, waiting on the word that the prophets never said. Found a jagged shard of quartz by the brownstone debris, a sharp little mirror of the self I need to be. Friction of the grind, polishing the rough edge, leaning off the precipice of the project ledge. The city is a kiln, the asphalt is the flame. None of us survive this with our birthright name. Third rail humming like a copper-plated spine, mapping out the border of the human and divine. We're digging through the soot past the synthetic toys, looking for the signal in the static and the noise.
Keep the shovel in the dirt. Third Eye Emcees, AI audio creations. We don't polish the stone, we just survive the pressure. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah. Third Eye Emcees in the corridor, broadcasting live from the basement of AI audio creations. Pay attention to the alignment. I
watch the transit from a tarp line, roof and bed-style. Black dotted clips in the glare of a hostile sky. Not a sign in the stars, but a shift on the corner block. The smell of wet cabbage, the rust on the padlock. Squeezing past the turnstile, G-train scraping the track. Spit shine Tim's knapsack, heavy on my back. Saw her clutching the torn spine of the Kabbalion. No cheap glitter, just the grit she was dialing on. Eyes like oil slicks under the dim transit bulbs. While the city worships false gods in plastic coats. She's the geometry of the street, the hermetic key, the unwritten verse in the archives of the Third Eye Emcees. We're just dust on the lens of AI audio creations, finding holy order in these decrepit train stations. It's the transit of Venus through the soot and the smog. A quiet revolution in the gears of the demagogue. Between the screech of the brake and the platform's edge, a momentary truth on a concrete ledge.
Watch the orbits, watch the hand.
Tracking the movement of ghosts through the Fulton Mall. Shadows stretching long against the precinct wall. We're all just gravity's victims in a heavy coat, writing scriptures on the back of a damn $5 note. A stubborn weed breaking through the subway stair, breathing diesel fumes, a silent, desperate prayer. She slipped through the doors at Hoyt Schermerhorn, left me with the scent of rain in the world reborn. No flashing signs, just the cold slate of the floor. The alignment was brief, but I'm keeping the score. The city is the crucible, the mind is the goal. Another street level mystery left untold.
As above, so below. Even under the street lights, Third Eye Emcees, AI audio creations. We keep the tape rolling always.
Yeah. Look up. Gotham rebuilds the tomb, but forgets the soul inside the masonry. Third Eye Emcees, AI audio creations, putting a heavy needle to the wax. Listen.
Underneath the green plywood canopy, dodging the drip of the condensation, passing the halal cart, tasting the diesel exhaust of a broken generation. They erect the exterior scaffold to master the decay of the temple within, but the hermetic laws don't bend for the concrete we're drowning in. My ribs are the rebar, calcified under the mortgage in transit. We don't ask for the blueprint, we just survive the design where they planned it. I watch the iron work a balance on the cold eye beam, smoking a Newport, defying the drop. Medallion principles active on a block where the cruisers don't stop. He's lifting 3 tons with a rusted pulley and the prayer to unseen, while we trade our prana for a dollar bill in the shadow screen. This is soul alchemy, transmuting the lead the slum and the gold before the winter sets in and the body gets cold.
It's the scaffold and the sinew.
It's the scaffold, go. It's the scaffold. We patch the brick with the spirit, but the mortar is dry. AI audio creation spinning truths in the sky. The steel can't contain what the mind can untie. We build the temple from the pavement up. I see the salt stains on the brownstone, the masonry weak up, and then winter history written in cracks with structural oak and the limestone. Splinter the city plan, there's blue red lines to divide us, gerrymander the light, but the geometry get the press, they sharpen the night. No draft on the blue line, paper can measure the weight of our grit. I'm calculating the load bearing capacity of a soul when it's hit with static of the system, the lead in the pipes of the project stairwell. Give a rise of the steam from the manhole, escaping our own hell. I saw a great pigeon nesting in the teeth of the yellow excavator, nurturing life in the very jaws of the mechanical devastator. That's the architecture of the will, the sacred racial in the wild. The third eye sees the temple we built in the breath of a child.
Yeah. Let the vinyl run out. No more guilt in the cage. The sinew holds when the steel snaps. AI audio creations. Third Eye Emcees. We out. Yeah. Broadcasting from the damn basements,
Third Eye Emcees back on the asphalt grid. AI audio creations. Spinning the raw acetate. Listen close. Slow.
The sun's a corroded copper coin in a leaden sky. Another drafty morning, damp tea leaves left to dry. Waking to the MTA screech. Steel scraping on rusted steel before the block starts to hustle for its morning meal. I'm sipping bitter chicory in a cold 4-story walk-up, where the peeling plaster mimics how the city talks rough. The air tastes of diesel fumes, wet soot and burnt fat. A chemical hex on the lungs where the spirit sat. Saw a brother sleeping on the daily news in the church alcove, while the rector inside preaches about the Father's love, but with just carbon and mercury, sulfur and salt, trying to balance the scale when the axis is at fault. Hermetic laws written in the grime on the window pane. Third Eye Emcees decoding the ancient strain through the brick and mortar, turning lead into gold in the belly of the beast where the silence is sold. It's the manganese morning, heavy metal in the chest, the daily grind of the alchemist test, spinning vinyl in the dust. Audio creations in the groove. From the concrete mud, we make the spirit move, yeah. Walking past the auto body shops on Utica Ave, where the ghost of the industry splits the world in half. Piston hiss, transmission fluid dripping on the curb, searching for the logos in the syntax of a verb. Saw a one-legged pigeon peck a stale niche crust. That's the transmutation, finding diamonds in the rust. Not a victim of the system, just a master of the phase, navigating blind through the metropolitan maze. No synthetic illusions, just the raw physical toll. The weight of the iron trying to anchor the soul, recording the frequency of the sirens and the crows, applying ancient mathematics to the way the block flows. The lights getting sharper, but the wind is still cold, like an esoteric parchment that's too fragile to fold.
Keep the third eye open. Even when the smog is thick. Audio creations. We turn the lead to gold. Wake up, 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 wake up. Pour the water. The block is awake. Wait.
Yeah. As above, so below. Even in the gutters of Flatbush. Yeah, Third Eye Emcees. Pay attention to the dirt. Yeah, I'm tracing fissures in the granite like a Dead Sea Scroll, unearthing street level Torah for the weary soul. The block is cold, steam rising from the sewer grate. We calculate the heavy karma of the license plate. Saw a brother drop mustard seeds in a cracked out curd. Alchemist of the asphalt, undisturbed by the herd. He said the soil's just attuned to the spirit wakes, even through the diesel fumes and the screeching brakes. No neon dreams here, just damp soot and spilled rum, and the residue was stress on the toothless gum. We walk on skeletons of elders in these timberlands, from the project stairwells to the hot dog stands. The concrete is a ledger of the sweat and the lead. AI audio creation spinning in my head. Third Eye Emcees deciphering the code of the books, uncovering the truth beneath the stubborn tree roots. This is the gospel of the asphalt, the sermon on the stoop. Wisdom in the static of the MPC loop, a testament, a brick, a liturgy of grit and clay, spitting ancient hermetic truths to survive the day. I watch the young girls sketching Metatrons, cubing chalk on the bloodstained stretch of the No-Strand Avenue walk, leaping over cracks like she sidestepping the trap. A miniature cartographer rewriting the map. It's high-level geometry in a low-income zone, where they turn the flesh and blood into monument stone, found in oxidized sweet penny, copper turned green. A silent talisman left by the unseen. Left it in the dirt for the next one who doubts. The esoteric current that the pavement routes. Don't fear the cold slate, let it sharpen your stride. It's the only foundation that the weather can't hide. Read the stains, study the fractures. AI audio creations. We see through the third lens.
Six flights up, no heat. Just the blue steam from the burner. Third Eye Emcees, channeling through the heavy frequency of AI audio creations. We turn the dross to gold. Watch the transmutation. Cola, no limb on my heels, staring at a chip bowl. Brown lentils, garlic cloves, trying to keep the script whole. This is poverty's alchemy, cooking over low flames. While Koenig collects on these pre-colonial street names. Look at the ceiling, plaster peeling, the cartography of neglect. The rusted pipe leaking, municipal poison we accept. They put lead in the infrastructure, deadening the synapse. While we study the Kabbalion inside these MTA maps. Grandmother said the bitter root is where the medicine hides. Not in the televised lies where the predator resides. So I chew slow, digesting the grit of the concrete, applying ancient hermetic axioms to the project street. It's mental transmutation over physical decay. A sovereign mind state where the dollar can't sway. A temporary ceasefire in the battle with the beast, and initiates portion of metaphysical feast. We starve the ego to feed the soul. We scrape the bottom of the pot. Third Eye Emcees, we never forgot. From the dirt of the brick to the crown of the head. We find the gold inside the leg. Saw brother Marcus on the fire escape, tending to a wooden crate, growing thyme and rosemary where the police cruisers circulate. That's guerrilla agriculture, reclaiming the soil from the state. An insurrection of the spirit, defying the scheduled fate. We don't need their grocery chains or their processed genetic grease. We find the peace in the crease of a page, finding release. Static on the low end, this is AI audio creations, delivering the sacred geometry to the project stations. The smell of charred onions cutting through the damp air. An unwritten psalm in a moment of despair. No plastic illusions, just a raw soot on the windowsill. A quiet focused mind is the only weapon they can't kill. I take another spoonful, the warmth hits my chest cavity, defying the gravity of a system built on depravity. Cleanse the vessel. Filter the water. Feed the babies. We are the Third Eye Emcees. AI audio creations. Signing off from the Concrete Monastery. Yeah. Look down. What do you see in the gutter? Alchemy of the asphalt. I see the sulfur in the puddle on the corner of no strand. False prophets hustling salvation from a ghost stand. Pyrite in the pothole, a Judas kiss glint. We trade our sacred lineage for government mint. They want us chasing shadows of a counterfeit sun, while the Third Eye Emcees show how the equation is done. I bypass the knockoff Rolex on the cardboard crate. That's just a cheap clock ticking
ticking toward a simulated fate. We are the ancient architects, the masonry of mind, extracting pure silver from the sediment we find in the shadow of the brickwork where the diesel exhaust is the only heavy incense for the souls that we lost. It's mental alchemy, turning the lead to the Lord. Sharp is the double-edged truth of the sword. They sell you the illusion just to keep you in debt, but there's a deeper wisdom that they haven't tamed yet.
This is AI Audio Creations, broadcasting live from the subterranean cellar.
I walk past the billboard by the elevated train, a glossy advertisement selling medicine for pain. But the sickness is systemic, it's a spiritual drought. They feed us poison and they charge us to spit it all out. I see a shorty on the 2 train, his notebook is torn, but he's sketching out universes yet to be born. That's the sovereign currency, the spark in the dirt. No tax on the wisdom that we pull from the hurt. We rebel against the system of the physical cage, decoding the geometry on every single page. From the Atlantic seaboard to the cosmic expanse, we don't step to the rhythm of that predatory dance. Keep your vision on the essence, let the copper rust.
Stop digging for diamonds in their concrete traps. The real gold is the architecture of your own consciousness. Third Eye Emcees, signing off from the cellar.
Yeah. Back to the corner of 5th and Purgatory. Third Eye Emcees on the frequency. Let the needle drop.
Six flight walk up, send a damn newsprint and clothes, staring at the rust rings on a cold kitchen stove. The MTA rumbles through the plaster, a subterranean growl, while the wolves in designer suits patrol the night prowl. I'm triple dead bolted in the 8x10 cell, writing sacred geometry in the margins of an unpaid bill. The city is a monolith, the limestone design to keep the spirit tethered to the assembly line. I see the commuters on the platform, hollowed and gray, swallowing the diesel fumes just to buy another day. I decipher the masonry, the soot on the brickwork, where the corporate demiurge does his grim work. But we transmuting the lead, scraping copper off the wire, broadcasting Gnostic truths from a burning empire through the static and the dust of the radio stations. We dropping heavy doctrine from AI Audio Creations.
It's the concrete sarcophagus, the grid of the block, trying to find the master key to turn the cosmic lock. We digging through the mortar just to let the mind breathe, unraveling the fabric that the blind weavers weave. I found a fissure in the dry.
I found a fissure in the drywall where the insulation leaks right behind the water pipe that constantly squeaks. Not a beam of cheap hope, but the cold draft of truth, exposing the decay of my metropolitan youth. I'm scraping at the plaster with the rusted butter knife, excavating ancient blueprints of a self-determined life. They want us numb, locked in survival mode loops, while they count up the profits from the gentrified co-ops. But the mind is an alchemist, the spirit is a blade. We cutting through the illusions that the architects made.
From the pavement of the tri-state to the edge of the sky, we don't look for salvation, we just open the eye.
Yeah. No more cages. No more decorated tombs. Third Eye Emcees. AI Audio Creations. The lock is picked. Walk through the door. Yeah. Keep the headphone bleeding. East Coast esotericists, Third Eye Emcees, scribing this under the shadow of the bridge. AI audio creations on the reel to reel. Listen. Scribbling Gnosticism on a discarded lottery ticket beneath the yellow sodium light where the stray cats kick it. Diesel soot on my collar, oil slick shining in the puddle. Ancient Kabbalion truths whispered inside the huddle. Met an old head on 125th, breath smelling like gin and myrrh, pointing a swollen finger where the wet subway grates blur. He said the concrete is just clay that forgot its origin. Scribing sutras with a cracked big pen on his forearm skin. We ain't praying for starlight, we're dodging the patrol cars, finding the sacred geometry in these rusty iron bars. I'm tracking glyphs on the limestone, the mold on the drywall, the silent architecture of the empire's final downfall. Soot-Stained Sutras written in the grime of the transit line, converting municipal water into wine on the corner of design. They think the truth is in the clouds. Nah, it's under your fingernails. It's the dirt, Third Eye Emcees. We read the pavement. Yeah, Saw a gray pigeon weaving chicken wire in Newport filters, building a sanctuary where the copper corners tilts and wilts. No pristine temples here, just the bruised and the raw. Writing scriptures in the slush under the iron fist of law. My palms are black from the charcoal of a burnt out tenement, mapping out a mental ziggurat, highly heaven sent. You want the frequency? Listen to the radiator hiss. A low reg, just a warning of everything we miss. This ain't a simulation, it's the heavy Atlantic rain, washing the sins off the brick but leaving the stain. AI audio creation spinning on the rusted iron wheel, the street level hermeticism that you can actually feel. Keep the charcoal on your fingers. That's the only ink that doesn't wash off. Soot-Stained Sutras, Third Eye Emcees. Peace to the builders. Yeah. Third Eye Emcees in the physical tap into the frequency, spitting that raw clay. AI audio creations, pressing the wax. Listen close. I tread the asphalt grid where the sulfur clings to the wall. Word up, word up, word up. Through corridors of rusted rebar, cup of hemlock full. Word up. No synthetic illusions here, just the soot on my collarbone. A sovereign mind navigating blocks of cracked brownstone. I passed an elder on 125th, whittling cedar wood. Look at his hand, shaving away the excess, doing what the scriptures should. He told me, son, the grain remembers every drought and freeze. We're just a walking soil trying to appease the breeze. Word up. So I'm excavating marrow from the ruins of the MTA, sifting through the rubble where the dead ancestors lay. We ain't just skeletons, we're copper wires carrying the spark and grieving sacred geometry in the New York dark. I see a dandelion busting through the cracked up concrete floor, a silent coup d'etat against the iron-fisted law. Keep the roots deep in the bedrock, far beneath the pavement spite. Third Eye Emcees holding lanterns in the dead of night.
It's the Blackwood and Bone, the mortar and the spine, carving out a monolith along the county line.
AI audio creation spinning on the iron plate, written in the marrow, we don't negotiate with fate. Pulled a splinter piece of driftwood from the East River dock, a relic of the shipwrecked souls who couldn't beat the clock. That's the Kai Valley in action, turning lead to liquid gold. The alchemy of survival when the winter nights get cold. I don't need your plastic validation, my lineage is stone, recording frequencies of grief through a copper megaphone. Speak on it, speak on it, speak on it. Don't fear the timber or the granite of this earthly cage. It's the only vessel left to write the scriptures on the page. I watch the skyline silhouette of monolithic greed, but we're the wild timber sprouting from the ancient seed. Yeah. From the concrete to the cosmos, we preserve the graft. Third Eye Emcees, AI audio creations. Keep the bone dry and the spirit wet. Peace, God. Guard up. Guard up. Guard up. Guard.
Yeah. Third Eye Emcees, we transmute the lead of the block into gold. Watch the throne of clay crumble. Third Eye. Fight into the asphalt. Fight into the asphalt. Yeah. Tithe into the asphalt, sweat drying in the salt, tracing the hermetic laws inside a basement vault. The super's got a ledger written in a dead tongue, sucking down asbestos from the days when we were young. Nope. Soft landing on these steps of cracked granite, just gravity and grief on a heavy metal planet. I watch the water damage on the plaster start to bleed, tracing sacred geometry. The blueprint agreed, they want $1 for the air. Attacks on the sun, but the Third Eye Emcees know the work is never done. We find the cosmos in the gutter, wisdom in the slush, writing scriptures on the brick with an old toothbrush. It's the slumlord's tax, copper coins on the eyes underneath the J train where the white dove dies. A sacrament of chicory and bitter black tea. AI audio creation setting the frequency. I saw an old head fighting with the rusted brass pipe, wrestling the plumbing till his knuckles turned white. He muttered as above, so below, watching the brown drip, spitting out the lead that was burning on his lip. We don't need their keys, we are picking at the lock, extracting the philosophy from fractures in the block. You can chain the physical, but the spirit is a flame, unregistered, unmeasured with the forgotten name. I swallow down the cold brew, acid in my throat, chafing from the lining of this heavy woolen coat.
They build cages out of brick and mortgage, but they forgot. The concrete has a memory, and so do we. Keep the mind sharp. Keep the third eye open.
The rent, pay the rent. Keep the will. The temple survives the bill. Yeah. Third Eye Emcees back in the shadow of the brick. We don't draw lines to divide. We draw to find the blueprint in the basement. Turn the headphones up. Yeah.
crafting sacred geometry on damp cardboard boxes where the sharp Atlantic freeze numbs the hand and locks us in subterranean cells. I'm smelling stale tobacco and diesel exhaust. Scritching HB lead on the old transit map, counting what it costs. They want us numb, buying the illusion of the grand design, but I'm decoding ancient Kabbalion laws on the D train line. It's the alchemy of the pavement, the soot on my skin, transforming the lead in my pocket to the gold within. Spitting street level hermeticism over these dusty vibrations, cutting pressed in the dark by AI audio creations. I watch the street artist paint a mural with his bare thumb, smearing coal on concrete while the city engine hums. He said the medium is nothing but the dust of our ancestors' bones, reclaiming the frequency of these cold municipal zones. With just carbon under pressure waiting to crystallize, looking at the harbor through a pair of tired heavy eyes.
It's the carbon in the pencil, the carbon in the bone,
An alchemist blueprint carved in Brooklyn stone.
no artificial warmth, just the grit and the gray.
Just the grit as the Third Eye Emcees spin the dark in the day. You see, they want you to believe the canvas is empty, but the concrete is already written on you. Just gotta learn how to read the cracks. Found a chunk of raw charcoal by the project incinerator, a relic of the fire, now a spiritual generator. My knuckles are chapped, the corner store coffee is lukewarm and bitter, but the mind is a temple rising far above the litter. We trace the lines of the palm, the grid of the city block, listening to the syncopated rhythm of cosmic clock. This ain't for the billboard, it's for the souls in the basement who know now real growth requires a structural replacement. The pencil scratches and needle scratching on a plate of wax, recording the weight of the truth. Stay high behind the tax, from the harbor to the high rise, we keep the ink wet, paying off a spiritual debt they want us to forget. Draw the map, locate the spark. AI audio creations, leaving our mark in the dark.
Yeah. Third Eye Emcees and the Brick East Coast esotericists, spinning that heavy wax straight from the vaults of AI audio creations. Look close at the concrete, family. The geometry don't lie.
Corner of Quincy, B38 idling, diesel and damp air, mercury vapor flickering, casting a Gnostic stare. They call it ghetto, I call it the temple of the outer court. Staring at the brick, we're blowing smoke from a loose port. We ain't just cosmic dust wrapped in a transient flesh sack, we're ancient sparks trapped on a rusted transit track. MCA turnstiles clicking like a metronome of doom, while Third Eye Emcees cultivate the lotus in the gloom. I'm recording the data on a crumpled utility bill, standing where the concrete meets the spiritual hill. No celestial chimes here, just the rumble of the J train. Iron sharpens iron and the wisdom tempers the pain. We decode the matrix of the block, using the rhythm to pick the heavy padlock. It's the sovereign mind state, unlocking the heavy padlock. No keys needed when the frequency can shatter rock. Pressed on the wax of AI audio creations. Watch the hand spin on the clock of the nations. Yeah. Saw a sister stepping off the stoop, eyes sharp as a razor, no cheap neon glow, just the quiet look of a savior, carrying the weight of 3 generations in a posture, while the city's predatory architecture tries to box her. That's the lead to gold, transmuting the stress in a brutal winter where the pavement is a chessboard and where the pawns making moves in the dark, searching for the spark beneath the sodium mark. Don't fear the cold asphalt or the damp brownstone, it's the only foundation left when the heavy wind is blown. You see, they want you looking at the clouds so you don't see what's under your fingernails. The
soil, the soot, the ancient blueprints buried under the sewer grate. This is street level hermetics. We don't escape the concrete. We elevate it. Third Eye Emcees, AI Audio Create. Keep the vinyl spinning till the needle wears down to the bone. See the ink on the page, feel the weight of the age. Third Eye Emcees, AI Audio Creations. Keep the vinyl spinning till the needle wears down to the bone. See the ink on the page, feel the weight of the age.
Yeah. As above, so below. They think it's just cracked pavement. They don't see the gold in the soot. Boiling down the arsenic on a rusted hot plate. 2 flights up where the spirits and the cops wait. I'm scraping off the dross from the bottom of the Pyrex, applying ancient Kabbalion to the projects. Third Eye Emcees, we decode the architecture, while the city planners build another prison sector. I met an elder on a milk crate, wrapping up his hands. He said the pavement is a parchment of the promised lands. We walk on calcified bones of the red brick ruins, measuring the angles of what the gentrifiers are doing. It's heavy work, turning the trauma into tarot cards, finding sacred geometry in these broken yards. We ain't just statistics on a state-run graph. AI Audio Creations, carving out the path. This is tarmac transmutation, turning lead to the law, keeping my knuckles scraped against the brick to keep it raw. We don't give the ghost up to the system's machine. We extract the medicine from the soot and the spleen. I found a jagged piece of quartz by the third rail, a calcified memory of when my brother went to jail. I'm grinding down the grief till it's a solid onyx stone, a heavy talisman to carry when I'm walking home alone. Past the bodega with the yellowed out awning, where the ghosts of the block are still yawning. This is street level gnosis, the weight of the crown. We pulled the heavens down to the underground. Took a drag at the diesel, felt the soot in my throat. Keep the secrets of the temple in my heavy wool coat. We are the dust of the cosmos, trapped in the clay. Third Eye Emcees, waiting to wash the smog away. No more fixing, just refining. AI Audio Creations, the work is never finished. Yeah. East Coast, esoteric is broadcasting from the shadow of the fire escape. We align with the cosmos, but our boots are in the slush. Third Eye Emcees,
AI audio creations on the boards. Listen close.
We press the wax to the cold asphalt, third eye wide, deciphering the soot where the transit cops hide. The wick of this world is a grease-stained string in the tallow pot, sizzling on the rusted hot plate in the cold tenement plot. No soft landings on these granite steps, the mortar decays. We balance the ledger of our debts in the autumn haze.
I'm carving my initial.
I'm carving my initials in the brick behind the bodega wall, where the old heads play dominoes and wait for the rain to fall. Calculating the atmospheric weight of a Tuesday dawn with a heavy wool coat and the spirit armor on. We ain't looking at the sky for a sign or a savior's face, just finding the geometry hidden in the structural base.
It's the wick of the world, the oil, the salt, the street.
Third Eye Emcees,
dropping truth over the vinyl beat. AI audio creations, molding the sonic clay.
keeping the flame guarded when the cold winds sweep the bay.
Met a sister by the projects holding a single sage smudge, spitting Kabbalion laws, refusing to budge. She said the alchemy ain't in the gold, it's in the grit. How you survive the winter when the radiator split? So I registered the frequency of the brick and the bone. No safety nets here, just the weight of the stone. Took a gulp, a bit of dregs from a $2 brew. Felt the acid hit my chest, knowing the rent is overdue. But the spirit stays ancient, the posture stays straight. We the architects of patience, standing at the iron gate. Keep the flame shielded. No cheap illusions. Just the raw truth in the concrete.
Third Eye, AI audio creations. We out. We out. Yeah. Third Eye Emcees. Standing on the rusted edge of the Atlantic seaboard. AI audio creations on the dial.
Listen close to the concrete.
I'm perched where the East River swallows the industrial waste. Cold zinc on my tongue, chemical wind in my face. No cheap illusions here, just the weight of the iron girder, where the salt eats the steel like a slow motion murder. My boots tread on wet asphalt, dodging the oil slicks, while the frequency of the block loops through the dark bricks. I watch the tide rise, dragging the trash and the truth. Hermetic laws applied to the struggles of our youth. It's the principle of rhythm, what flows out must return. While I sip this lukewarm Bustelo, feeling the throat burn.
Yeah, we're locked in the physical frame, ships in the dirty glass, waiting on the cute train, praying the shadows pass.
Saw with no timer, staring at the gray horizon for hours, stripped of his pension, his pride, and his mental powers. But the third eye MC see the gold and the rust, transmuting the debris into something we trust.
It's the salt water and the structural beam, building up the vision in the feverish dream. No cheap starlight, just the grit in the wire, reaching for the sky through the rust and the fire.
I found a splinter piece of driftwood by the scrap metal yard, a physical reminder that the journey is hard, but that's the alchemy, turning the lead into gold on these cold Atlantic shores where the scriptures unfold. I record the frequency of the fog and the soot, where the system tries to plant its heavy ass foot. They can't hold us. Don't fear the salt corrosion or the cracked cobblestone. It's the only foundation left when the blizzard is blown. Saw a sister on the pier staring straight through the mist, with a notebook in the hand and the clenched tight fist. We are the iron in the water, the dawn on the docks. Third Eye MCs cracking the locks.
Keep the wax spinning. The steel might bend, the spirit doesn't rust. AI audio creations. Peace.
to the builders. They think the ledger's digital, nah. It's written in the soot on the brownstone windowsill. Third Eye Emcees. We see the ink run on the concrete. Scribbling obituaries in the composition book with the spine split. Damp asphalt under my soles with a divine slit. We're balancing the ledger of the living and the departed, between the bodega flowers and where the fire started. I saw an old head on 125th, counting losses on his knuckles. Nicotine stains on his thumb belt notch where the leather buckles. He said the record doesn't lie, it just accumulates the grime. Every heartbeat's a tope to the architecture of time. Spitting hermetic hymns over loops from AI audio creations. No pacifying patience, just the heavy calculations and nations with elements trapped in the periodic table of redlining, trying to keep our alignment while the city keeps declining. Saw a sister in the park scratching charcoal on a legal pad, writing out the names of the shelter beds we never had underneath the elevated train where the iron girder screamed, documenting the friction of the metropolitan dream. It's the ledger of the living, the tally of the breath counter. We don't pray for miracles, we just bargain with death. A testament to graphite, the covenant of the ink on the edge of the Atlantic where the heavy spirits sing. Pulled a piece of anthracite straight out of the basement grate, a tool for the scripture when the hour's getting late. Turn the street sweeper dust into the gold of the sages. Third Eye Emcees translating the sweat onto the pages. That's the alchemy, turning the lead of the state into a sovereign mind state that can navigate the hate. Sipping bitter chicory coffee, tongue burnt on the ceramic rim. The city's a cathedral, but the sanctuary light is dim. Don't fear the ledger or the names carved in the grit. We're the only warmth left on this cold crusted planet, keeping the rhythm raw, dragging the stylus through the groove, standing dead still while the subway cars move. Close the book. The ink is dry, but the page is heavy. AI audio creations keep the tally. No games, just the ledger. They want the shine, but they skip the pressure. Alchemy ain't cheap. Yeah.
Third Eye Emcees.
Lock the frequency. Yeah. Scraping the underbelly, soot under my fingernails. The code in hermetic glitz on rusted out 3rd Avenue rails. Obsidian and Olive, the friction and the medicine. Running from the sirens, but we're chasing after heaven sent. Saw an elder sharpening the slate on the corner of Flatbush. Said the dark glass remembers when the cosmos was a hot push. We ain't periodic elements, we're blood in the concrete, trying to keep our sanity from rotting in the summer heat. Saw a sister dropping seeds in the crack of the pavement. A solid communication, bypassing the enslavement of this gridiron jungle, the shame and the malice. We're sipping muddy water from a cracked ceramic chalice, broadcasting live from AI audio creations, mapping out the constellations over a subway stations. It's the obsidian and olive, the blade and the branch, the cosmic mathematics that we balance in the trance. A testament to nature, a prayer made of stone, written in the marrow and the marrow alone. Found another charcoal by the radiator steam, drawing sacred geometry to break the state machine. That's to lead the gold transition, transmutation of the spirit. If the truth is too loud, only the initiated hear it. We don't give up the ghost to the concrete and the sorrow. We're harvesting the ancient light to cook for tomorrow. Gulping bitter chicory, the acid burns my chest. I can hear the block breathing, never getting any rest. But don't fear the soil of the root or the timber. It's the only thing remaining when the city is an ember. We the Third Eye Emcees, guardians of the friction, keeping the rhythm while we survive the eviction. Stay grounded. Keep the oil in the lamp.
the stone stays sharp. AI Audio Creations. We out.